All we got is us look down the bench like it's championship or bust. Next man up. All we got is us look down the bench like it's championship.
Hey, what's up, New York Liberty Fan TV? It's your boy Rem. I am excited to tap in with you today. Today is a special episode. We are not at the regular studio. We are out in Las Vegas. We will be covering this Tuesday's Commissioner's Cup, where our Queens of Kings County take on the Las Vegas Aces in their very first Commissioner Cup title game. So excited about that and super dope. And I will be discussing the last two games that we just saw, the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever from yesterday. But before I do so, I do need you to do me a solid. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to New York Liberty Fan TV, presented by Bucket for Bucket Podcast Network. I would be crazy if I went on to this episode and did not take the time to discuss all of the fans that have been supporting us thus far. Y'all are super dope. We really, really appreciate y'all. All of the people who have followed, who have commented on our posts, people who have taken the time to stop for interviews, to hype us up, or even show words of kindness. We love y'all. We thank y'all so much. This is really one of the best fan bases, probably the best fan base in NYC, especially while we winning. So I got to shout y'all out. Thank you, New York Liberty fans. We are going to continue to turn it up and keep bringing the best content for New York Liberty, hands down. On Friday, we had the Unity game. That was a dope game, a very historic night because we were celebrating hip-hop. Hip-hop's birthday, the 50th birthday of hip-hop, and we also had to take the time to celebrate women in hip-hop. Shout out again to all the fans who stopped and answered questions to say who their favorite women in hip-hop was. We got a couple Lil Kims. She looked like everybody loved Lil Kim. And we got a couple others, and then we had the performances that day too. We had the halftime performance from MC Lyte, and post-show, right after the game, we caught the performance from MC Lyte and Rhapsody. If you haven't checked out Rhapsody, she's an amazing, amazing artist. Bar for bar, dope content. So, and you already know MC Lyte know how to rock. Yo, look, I don't care how old that lady is. She an MC. She a real MC, and she know how to move the crowd. MCs move the crowd. So shout out to MC Lyte, and shout out to all the women in hip hop and the hip hop culture for killing it and holding it down these past 50 years. So thank you. Now, discussing that Unity game, there was no unity between the New York Liberty and in the Chicago Sky because we went to work. We went to work on them. And Bad Karma got my girl Dana Evans. I'm not going to lie to you. Bad Karma did get my girl Dana Evans because, you know, she got into that little scuffle the other day and they was talking that junk on Twitter, and she got at somebody's stat line. But look, yeah, I know I got a crush on Dana, but look, that stat line was putrid, shorty. It was putrid. It was putrid. They locked her up. She scored her only 3 points in late in the fourth quarter. So I don't even want to count those. They kind of left her on a donut. But we're not here to talk junk. We're here to talk about the game. The New York Liberty, they beat the Chicago Sky that game 89-73. And we got another MVP-like performance from our MVP, Breanna Stewart. She had a double-double, 21, 12 and 6 assists. So 4 more assists, she would have had a triple-double, would have killed that. And you know what she does on the blocks and the steals and everything like that. One of our best defenders and leader on the New York Liberty. So we have to shout her out. I think that game, Sabrina Ionescu had 19, JJ had 18. It wasn't a double-double, but it was good production for what this team needed. And we got the W, and we got to see dope performances. And then the first 2,000 people that game got that New York Liberty poster, the Unity poster, which is dope. So shout out to y'all if y'all got that. And the Liberty won in high fashion, and they beat the Chicago Sky. And also, I have to speak about the defense that they played on Kahleah Copper, because she was not KFC at all. She was not KFC at all. She was held under double-digit points. They had her on lock. I don't know what it was, but that's the type of defense that we're going to need to continue to play in order for us to make it far in not only the Commissioner's Cup, the playoffs, and the finals and everything like that. But that was amazing to see them slow down the team's best player like that, and for it to translate into a W. So shout out to the ladies. Shout out to our backcourt. Shout out to Benijah Laney for that stifling defense that she put on Kahleah Copper. Now let's talk about yesterday's game, because yesterday's game was so historic. Her story. She gonna keep writing it, and that's history for Breanna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, and for our team as a whole. This whole season we've been seeing a lot. Before the Mercury broke the record, it was us who had the most points in the first quarter in the WNBA game at 44 before the Mercury did that. Then our record, 24 wins, a season best. First time in the Commissioner's Cup. Seeing Brianna Stewart's statistic line, Sabrina Ionescu's statistic line, seeing Courtney Vandersloot move into the second place all-time assist, seeing MJ get her 500, seeing Benijah Laney get her 1,400, seeing, like, it's so amazing to see what's happening this season. And I've been here for a long time, guys. I've been here for a long time. I think this might be the best Liberty team that we've had. And we've been to the finals a couple times. We had some really good teams, but this might hands down be the best team, especially if they go to the finals and go all the way. I would have to say it. I would have to say it. But let's talk about yesterday's game, the historic performance from Breanna Stewart, who killed it. She had 14 points that first quarter. The first quarter was crazy because there were so many lead changes. There were like 12 lead changes in the first quarter. But Breanna Stewart had 14 points in that first, and she killed it in the second. The second, it was like, okay, now it's time to break away. And we started to break away from the fever in high fashion. And she ended that half with 30 points, another 30-burger. She became the 5th player in WNBA history to have 30 points going into the half. And that's tied for most. Amazing work from our MVP, Stewie. And then she finished the game with 42 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, and 3 steals. That just goes to show you the type of effort from this MVP that we have. And Breanna Stewart is not number one on everybody's MVP ladder at the end of the season. You got Jesus on your MVP. I don't know who you got. I don't know who's playing better than Breanna Stewart right now for them to actually exceed and take over this MVP running. Alyssa Thomas is doing great. Jewel Lloyd's doing great, but her team is not winning. A'ja Wilson's doing great, but her stats are just not better than Breanna Stewart's stats right now. So I don't know why she wouldn't be getting this MVP. I do believe this will be another season. And I'm going to say it now. We got a big game on Tuesday. I don't believe that was her final 40-point game this season. I feel like she got another 1 or 2 in her this season or the playoffs coming. So, yeah, stay tuned. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I think we got another one coming. Breanna Stewart was the first in the WNBA history to have 3 40-point games in one season. 3 40-point games in one season. First ever, guys. Real quick, because I do want to speak about some bozos that I saw on Instagram and stuff like that, who was talking all this garbage. Oh, Cam Thomas does this on a nightly basis. Cam Thomas did this once and so and so. Guess what? Is Cam Thomas given the same production and the production leading to winning that Breanna Stewart is? Where the Brooklyn Nets, were they at number 1 at all when Cam Thomas was dropping these 40 burgers? And my bad. Also, that's the NBA, dum-dum. We are talking about the WNBA. Why do y'all constantly shit on the girls when they are doing historic things and trying to transition the game and grow the game, just as the NBA players had to do back then? Y'all say it like this sport was always popular, like they always liked black people in our sport. No, bozos. Y'all got to look and let the game progress. So I'm sorry to get all worked up, but I get completely tired and upset when I see how men and I can't even say men, how these boys and immature people don't want to see growth, don't want to see progress. And then y'all take the time to get on your little Twitter fingers and make all of these nonsensical comments talking about, oh, Kobe did this and so. Oh, Cam Thomas did this on this, that, and the third, and so and so. First of all, we're talking about the WNBA. We're not talking about the NBA. The NBA plays 82 games versus the now 40 games that the WNBA plays. They play 12 minutes versus the 10-minute quarters that the WNBA plays. The guys, the athletes, they have a lot more teams than the WNBA. People are fighting every day in the WNBA like no other. In the NBA, the current stage, the way it looks is that things are being handed to these guys. These girls have to work night in and night out to put in that work just to grow the game. And I'm tired of seeing men and these clowns on the lines just saying all of this stupid. If you ain't got nothing to say just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. We don't need your opinion. Your opinions don't matter about basketball. We don't care. We don't care what you think about WNBA. We don't care what you think about the NBA. We don't care about your thoughts because your intrusive thoughts told you to go online and try to shit on somebody for greatness. This is the first play. And to add to that, I looked at some of y'all who was on these pages talking unathletic, unhealthy, looking crazy. Breanna Stewart would straight cook you. I know shorties in the WNBA who will straight cook you. So shut up. Stop talking. Stop talking. The NBA was not the NBA that it is today. It took time for it to get that way. It took so much time for the NBA to get the way that it is today. And for y'all to be in y'all comments and y'all Instagrams talking all of this nonsense, please shut up. And please get just shut up. Just shut up. That's the only thing that I can have. I'm sorry for being frustrated, but this is really about Breanna Stewart. We have to talk about that because she is a historian. She is the best player in the WNBA right now, in my humble opinion, and she's doing great things. So shout out to you, Breanna Stewart, and to them bozos who said whatever. If I have time, I'm gonna come for y'all one day. Trust me, I'm gonna come for y'all if I have time. But congrats to Sabrina. 1,500 point marker. She's in the building, and she's the third player in the WNBA history to hit 103. So, Sabrina, shout out to you. She didn't have a great game. She had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. And then Queen B had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. I do have to talk about my girl JJ because JJ has been putting in work, and she got another double-double. And when JJ is playing like this, guys, we are so unstoppable. When she's playing with that physicality, she's knocking down the tray ball. She is physicality in the paint, giving them elbows, rebounding the basketball. We have to highlight that. She's killing it. And then our fearless point guard, the point guard, my favorite point guard, the best pure point guard in the WNBA, Courtney Vandersloot. I'm going to say it and I'm going to always say it again, 10 toes down. She had 14 dimes last night. She was 1 of 7 from the field. She did not shoot the ball well. But when you're not shooting the ball well and you're not having a bad game, you don't put your head down, you don't pout, you don't do none of that. You figure out what other things you can do to help your team win. I'm going to say that one more again. I'm going to say that one more time. She had 14 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. That's our fearless leader, our point guard, the general, Courtney Vandersloot, and her relationship, the tandem that she has with Breanna Stewart is unmatched. I love that two women game. Because when you see them lock eyes, they about to do something magical on that court. They about to make some magic on that court when they lock eyes. And if she had 14 assists, she probably had 7 to 10 of them things to Breanna because they are really good. On the open break, in the half court, Courtney Vandersloot to Breanna Stewart is dimes all day, all day. So I love to see it. Love to see every second of it. And like I always say, if you're having a bad shooting game, you will do other things to help affect the game and help your team win, and that's what Sloot did. So shout out to them. Before I go, I do want to talk to the bench mob. I see y'all. I love it. I love the energy on the bench. I see that y'all are picking up. We need that consistency. We need y'all. If we are going to win the Commissioner's Cup and going to win a championship, we are going to need you guys 10 toes down. We're going to need Steph. We're going to need Big Mama. Happy to see her back, getting her legs under her. We need that big body up front. We need the protection at the rim, and we need that championship experience, that veteran experience. We need Kayla Thornton, who looks a little bit more offensive when she's coming off the bench. She's looking to look for her shots a little bit more, but she's one of our best defenders, if not the best defender. We need that intensity, and we need consistency from MJ. MJ is a great defender, but we need that consistency on the offensive end because she is an amazing talent. When you put what our team has done thus far, the starting 5 has done thus far, and you add those additions from the bench playing at a consistent level, this team will be unstoppable. The New York Liberty are starting to gel towards the end of the season, and I love every moment of it. So we have to continue to keep that intensity up if we are going to win this all the way. But like I said, it's your boy Rem. I don't got much more to talk to you about. I'm about to go head out to Michelob Ultra and go get some footage for this game. So peace, y'all.
All we got is us look down the bench like it's championship or bust. Next man up. All we got is us look down the bench like it's championship or bust. Next man.